How does a young boy living in Houston, Texas, go from playing Little League Baseball to managing 2 historic Major League Baseball teams? Hard work, perseverance, observe, listen, and the ability to connect with people are all verbs used to describe Grady Little. Those who lived or lived in professional baseball world know the road to any big league position is far from easy. Grady's amateur journey ran the typical route of so many who scratched their way to pro baseball. Little League Baseball in Texas, an all-state high school player out of Charlotte, North Carolina, drafted by the Atlanta Braves and shipped off to Idaho Falls to start his pro career. After 3 seasons with the Braves, Grady was traded to the New York Yankees, where he eventually reached Double-A and played for Hall of Fame manager Bobby Cox. Recognizing his time as a player was diminishing, Grady started paying attention to Cox's managing skills. When Yankees finally called Grady into the manager's office to release him, in typical Grady Little fashion, he asked the manager, "What took you so long?" Grady left baseball and went back to Texas for 5 years to farm. Baseball men know it takes a special woman to be a baseball wife. Grady has a special one in Debbie. When he expressed his desire to pursue a career in pro baseball, Debbie started typing letters, sending them to several teams, and soon Grady heard back from the Baltimore Orioles. Grady spent 5 years in the Orioles organization, and one of those managerial stops right here in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Charlotte O's.
Hi, Grady. It's Francis. Congratulations on your You Deserve a Chance Foundation's Lifetime Spirit of the Game Award.
I am so happy you are joining this and being elected to this. You definitely earned it, especially working for me. And we had a great relationship, and I hope we still do. You were one of the best managers we ever had. We had an old ballpark, a field crew that didn't know how to take care of it, and you helped show them how and what to do. You dealt with all the fans and all the interruptions. You're a very, very good man. You have baseball in your heart, and you care. You care about the kids on the field and the parents that are surrounded by them. You are baseball through and through.
The game has a life of its own. In a heartbeat, it will change direction on us, and for Grady, after 5 years with the Orioles, he found himself looking for a job. His first call was to the Atlanta Braves, where the Braves didn't hesitate to hire Grady Little. He would spend the next 11 years coaching and managing on every minor league level inside the Braves organization.
Bert Beck, just so you know, it takes 23 attaboys to make up for that 1-0 shoot. Well, Grady, it's a thrill to be here, and I want you to know this is one of those 23 attaboys, and it's for you. I just want to congratulate you on being awarded the Spirit of the Game, because in my entire time in baseball, I can't think of anybody more deserving than you. In our coaching industry, they say a coach never knows where his influence stops. And I'll tell you this, the 2 years that I played for you in Richmond changed the trajectory of my career and the trajectory of my life. And a lot of what I learned and witnessed in those dugouts is still a big part of what I am and how I do it now. You had an amazing ability to manage the person and a knack for getting the best out of each individual guy in your own unique way. Your everyday speech of play hard, have fun, act right are still a big part of how I approach things. I remember one of the last mound visits we had in 1994. I pitched 6 1/3 innings, ball's going around the infield. I have my back to the dugout, and next thing I know, I see Grady Little walking to the mound. You get to the mound and you say, "That's it." And I'm like, "What are you talking about, Grady?" And you go, "I'm tired of looking at you." But Grady, again, congratulations. It was an honor to play for you and to say that I even knew you. And I just wish the best to you, Debbie, and Eric, and everybody down there.
Baseball will take us down different roads, creating opportunities we never would have imagined. For Grady, that road was Hollywood. During one off-season, Grady was offered a job as technical advisor to work with actors Tim Robbins and Kevin Costner, making them appear to be professional-level baseball players for the movie Bull Durham. At the end of the 1996 season, Grady was asked to interview for the manager's position with the Boston Red Sox. He was passed over, but was asked to become the Red Sox bench coach to manager Jimmy Williams. It became his big league classroom, and Jimmy Williams became the teacher for the next 3 years. In spring training of 2002, the Red Sox asked Grady to interview for the managerial position again. A few days later, he was offered the job. Asked by the Red Sox brass not to tell anyone, not even his wife Debbie, they snuck Grady into the Red Sox complex, then into the clubhouse where they announced Grady as the new manager of the Boston Red Sox. The clubhouse erupted. That year, the Red Sox won 93 games. The Red Sox were heading in the right direction. In 2003, the Red Sox made it to the ALCS, where the series went into a Game 7. Grady made a decision to leave future Hall of Fame pitcher Pedro Martinez in the game in the 8th inning. The Yankees rallied to tie and eventually won Game 7 of the ALCS in extra innings.
Protective of Grady.
Why?
Because he deserved it. He was a good manager, good person to play for.
Grady was fired. The Red Sox would go on to win the World Series in 2004. Kevin Millar was quoted as saying, "The 2003 team set the foundation for the 2004 World Series team." Grady Little does not get enough credit for that. In 2006, the Los Angeles Dodgers hired Grady Little to man the ship. Grady managed the Dodgers into the playoffs. At the end of the 2007 season, Grady decided to part ways with the game and head home to North Carolina to spend more time with his grandsons, ride his motorcycle, and go to a 4th of July celebration not being held at a ballpark. Not completely being able to shake the game, Grady found himself coaching his grandsons at Hickory Grove Christian School. Grady Little, you can look back on your journey and appreciate your successes. Statistically, you have won more games than you lost. Notably, the game is a better place because you were in it. In the spirit of the game, your greatest achievement was the ability to connect and care for those who played with you, for you, and against you. To this day, you will hear Grady say, "One thing that means the world to me is receiving a call or a text from someone who my life has intertwined with."
Grady, I'd like to thank you for taking an interest in a raw kid, a very, very raw kid, all those years ago. I never got to play a full season with you. I was never around you that much compared to maybe some other people in my baseball life. But your influence on me was very, very real. Your classic style has influenced many in this game, I'm sure. And I'd like to add my name to that list. We had some of our moments in instructional league, spring training, and that 4-game stint in Salem, Virginia. I'm sure you remember that. You did what every baseball lifer is supposed to do. Every job in baseball you handled, and every person you met in baseball you probably made better. And that's what a baseball lifer should do. I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for your influence on me. Who knows where I may have ended up without one Grady Little showing a little interest in me all those years ago. And last but not least, Pedro was still the right decision.